Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I am sitting in here right now. I'm about to go somewhere, but I'm just enjoying my coffee. In the meantime, I went to Starbucks. But I'm here to talk about something that many of you on EDD are possibly experiencing. And what that is something called a quarterly review. Now, those of you who certified on July 10th, or should I say the 11th, because it's the week ending the 10th. A lot of you noticed that the week ending July 3rd is paid, yet the week ending July 10th is pending. Now, the reason why this is because if you are on an EDD claim and you're on one of the PEUC extensions, and it is beyond your benefit year, you are considered a grandfather claim. So April 4th was the last time they had a quarterly review. And then, around early July 4th, the week starting that week is when the flags went up for a lot of people's accounts. So what ended up happening is that a lot of people certified for the previous 2 weeks on the 11th, July 11th. And they have noticed one peculiar thing. 1 week is pending, the second week, the week ending July 10th, yet the other week, July 3rd, is paid. Now, once again, if you are a grandfather claim older than 1 year, this could be a reason why you're pending. Now, I know some claimants who are in a grandfather claim are not pending for whatever reason, and it probably is related to the fact they probably had their quarterly review in April cleared up, and that could have actually somehow did something where perhaps they didn't have to worry about it in July. But we're going to talk about what you could do if you're in this situation where that second week ending July 10th, you certify on July 11th. So if that week is pending for you, yet the first week, the week ending July 3rd is not, unfortunately, you will have to call in to the EDD. And I know that is very, very, very difficult. And you could be spending days, possibly weeks, trying to get to a claim rep. But that's just the reality of the situation. I call them a claim rep, tier 2 rep, claim specialist. It's basically the rep that's above the tier 1 rep. The first person that answers the phone, if you're lucky enough to get through, is the tier 1 rep. Very rarely are they tier 2 reps unless you're very, very lucky. So you're going to have to ask to be transferred to a tier 2 rep. Once you're on hold for 2 or 3 or perhaps even 4 hours, the most I've heard is 5 hours for some people, you will have to tell this person, hopefully, and you're not cut off because the calls are being dropped now. I've heard of horror stories where you're on hold for 3 hours and for a tier 2 rep, and then it gets cut off. But assuming that this does not happen to you and you are able to get in touch with this person, tier 2 rep, claim specialist, whatever you want to call it, you have to specifically tell them, or tell them what your situation is and what you think the situation is and what they could do to alleviate this particular situation. So what I would say is, listen, I'm under a claims review right now. I believe I am. My second week ending July 10th is pending, and it is very important that you pay that out for me because I'm going through a financial hardship. And for some reason, when you say financial hardship, and I'm sure many of us are going through that, it helps to expedite, and perhaps the rep that you're speaking to becomes more understanding and more friendly. And so that's what I would do. That's what I recommend to you. And once again, if you are in a quarterly review, you have to call them. There's nothing else you could do. You could wait if you wanted to. I heard somewhere that it could take up to 72 hours for that pending to switch to paid. But let's be realistic. I know people, you probably know people that have been pending for months. And this is probably going to happen to you if you do not call to clear that quarterly review. Don't do that. You want this money, you have to pay bills, you have to pay rent. It has to be dispersed now. So this is what I would recommend you do. And I certainly hope that you take my advice and it works out for you. I've, taken my advice from other YouTubers as well, Ginny Silver and Shelly's Millions, and they recommend the same thing. So hopefully you get your quarterly review situation reviewed and fixed, so that you could continue to be paid until September 4th, or until you get a full-time job again, and you don't need to be on EDD. But before I go, I just want to tell you as a friendly reminder that starting the week of July 11th, so we're in that now, this is when the work search requirements are on again. So whatever you do, please actually look for work. And if your claim, if it changes, if you have the page that says list 3 places where you looked for work, fill that out, or else you could be, that's another flag, and that's another headache. You're gonna have to call them again. And the EDD has said that they're not asking for documentation, but just be safe anyway, because I want everyone to get paid. And if you do not get the page that asks you where to, the 3 places where you looked for work, if you don't see that when you certify, still at all times, and this goes for this goes for everyone, for question number 3 in certification, answer yes, because if you answer no, you will be stuck in pending, and that will be a red flag. You're going to have to be put in queue for something called an interview. Determination interview is what they call it, and that could take months. And so I don't know what the exact time what it is, but it could take a very long time to get that result. And avoiding that, just answer yes to 3. Did you look for work? So yeah, that's it. To sum things up, basically, if you're under quarterly review, call them. And then we're in the work search requirements. If you see a page that asks you where you looked for work, fill that out. If you don't see that, well, then just keep a log of it somewhere. I like to use Office Excel. I like to use, I don't know, what else is there? Writing it on a notebook works. And as well, I think I was going to say one more thing. Oh, yes. When you apply for jobs on your computer, if you know how to do this, I don't know what the exact buttons you push, but on your computer, on your keyboard, when you're looking for work, do something called, a snapshot of your screen, or screenshot, so that is proof of documentation, just in case the EDD calls you. They're probably most likely not going to call you, but if they do, you have it. So that's it. That's all I want to talk about. Hopefully this video is not too long, and I gotta go now, and I'm gonna go take a little bit of a drive. Lattes are so good, aren't they? Thank you for watching my channel, and if you want to subscribe, if you don't leave a thumbs up. You don't have to, but hopefully, the main thing is hopefully this information is valuable to you. Take care, and God bless.